Alrighty, we are streaming again. Um, I think we're streaming. Okay. It said it was upcoming. The stream was upcoming, but I think it's working now. Um, Today it's gonna be a bit of a shorter, more casual stream because if you haven't heard, I'm gonna be helping um, my brother and his girlfriend drive up to Oregon today, so we're going to be leaving this evening. Still haven't gotten ready, still haven't packed, even though I need to. I'm going to need to pack my streaming equipment because in a couple of days, um, we'll be having the tournament, so I'm going to be streaming from there. The plan today was just to play some 2v2s, either with you guys or with random people. Um, I sense a dark presence. Your name, a sense of foreboding. Um, how are you doing today? We're just gonna jump. This is the deck that I'm gonna be using. It's gonna be a Three Musketeers Monk Rocket deck. It's kind of a goofy. I don't know. It's something it draws closer. Oh no, what happens next? Um, because we don't have any friends online, we're gonna jump into a quick match, see if we can. It's here. What happens? Am I dead? What happens now that the dark presence is here? How's it going, noob? Hey, Nathan, how are you? Also, what the... You're here? Yes, you are here. Noob, I haven't watched the history of the witch yet because that's the video that I'm recording a reaction video for. So, oh no. That's the video that I'm recording the reaction video for, and I haven't recorded it yet, so it's not going to hit the tower, is it? Okay. I do like that they nerfed the Hero Musketeer's turret range because you could pretty much put it normally at the bridge and it would start hitting your tower. So I'm glad they made that change. Also, I need to really be locked in here because I think this guy is playing Lumberloon, and so I look up for 1 second. I look up for 1 second at the chat, and then there's a lumberjack and a witch at the bridge. We'll have this ready just in case he tries something funny. But the reason why the reason why I haven't recorded the reaction yet, I'll try to do that this afternoon, is because it's been a bit of a busy week. We've had some not extended family. We've had some family here. Been spending time with them, so that's what we've been up to. But I am going to. Oh no. Alright, I guess that guy... Okay, he left the match. Alright, we're gonna call this quits. I guess this is why it's a good idea to have synergy with your opponent or with your teammate, because otherwise, yeah, otherwise you're gonna try to rocket something and they're gonna tornado it away. You love me, I love you too, noob. He's here and pretty handsome. What, the dark presence? Oh, was that me you were talking about? What, because of my shirt? The dark presence? Alright, well, a whole second account just for your entrance? Oh, that was you? You were a sense of foreboding? Okay, that makes a bit more sense. The old Tesla didn't kill goblins. Yeah, that does sound like a pretty bad card. Thankfully, they made that change. You also said they made it attack a little bit slower, right? It does more damage, but it attacks slightly slower than the old Tesla as well. Speaking of Tesla, speaking of lag, I guess I think we're well, our teammate is going to be playing. Looks like a Tesla bait deck of sorts. We'll just bar barrel this and then Old Inferno Tower had a 60-second lifetime. What's the lifetime now? Is it like 30? Oh, I was late on the rocket, so one of those is gonna survive. Help! Alright, we don't lose our whole tower, but we do lose most of it. And at least they messed up the King Tower activation. You watch Grotz, the top 10 most broken cards. All right, I know you do like watching Grotz's videos. What the? Okay, we are experiencing a bit of lag here. Also, I don't think the Evo Ice Spirit is gonna fully counter the Princess. Holy lag. Okay, this might be a shorter stream than I originally thought. I do need to get ready in a little bit to help drive to Oregon. We're going to be leaving this evening. I'm going to be going with my brother and his girlfriend. We're going to be driving up this evening, but I didn't realize that the lag is more intense. The lag is more intense than I thought it was. So we will see how this goes. We're going to go like this, just to swoop these in and rocket them both and get tower damage. I love you too, noob. Okay, well that tower is officially gone. We'll just... It looks like we're going to be 0-2 with random opponents, or with random teammates in the in 2v2s. This is why I like playing 2v2s with Fenrir, because I don't know, him and I seem to have synergy with our decks. I guess we have an E-Golem healer deck queued up. This is, I think we'll probably delete this. This is a minor rocket deck, but we might forego that in favor of this. We're gonna see if we can win with a random teammate here. If you guys want to play, noob, if you want to play as well with your Expo deck, if you want to play 2v2s, we can. Fun fact: the bomb tower was 5 elixir. Projectile speed was low. It could miss the Hog Rider. Oh man, our Wi-Fi is already struggling. Hopefully, I think this is the first time it's actually ever happened. This is the first time it's ever happened on stream. I think the Wi-Fi has pretty much always worked fine on stream. Occasionally, when I record videos out in the garage, it's a little bit so-so, because that's in the garage, so it's kind of, I would guess, at the edge of the Wi-Fi range. But it's never had an issue with Wi-Fi on stream until now. Until now. But yeah, I am glad they buffed the bomb tower, because it sounds like it would be a pretty horrible card if it could miss fast moving cards. Alright, we're just going to snowball this away, and I was tempted to snowball the Goblin Brawler to try and get some more damage with the Musketeers there, but we'll let that go. And even with the Goblin Curse there, the skeletons are still going to get a little bit of chip damage, so... Fun fact, the 2016 Witch was very bad. Summoned 3 skeletons every 7.5 seconds. And 1 attack didn't kill skeletons. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. You said that... okay, I was really late on the ability there. You said that the Witch has gone through the most balance changes, right? Gone through the most balance changes of any card. Sounds like she used to be a really bad card. So I'm glad they, even though I don't use the Witch, I'm glad they made that change. Alright, I would have actually, I probably should have gone for the deflection just a little bit earlier. Because I guess we already got a little bit of chip damage, so we just need to rock it or not. We are finally going to win a game. 2016 Clash Royale was only bad. Cards were either bad or OP at the time. Alright, that makes sense. I mean, the game had just come out. They were probably still figuring out you know, what to buff, what to nerf. The old skeleton barrel didn't do death damage. That's, yeah, I think I did hear that from somewhere. I don't know if it was in one of the Grotz videos. I don't know if it was the Expo video or something else, but I do remember seeing something about how the old skeleton barrel didn't do drop damage. It didn't do drop damage, didn't knock troops back like it does now. And that's another change that I think has been good. I think that's another... what the... Holy heal spirit jump. Did you see that, noob? The hog was tornadoed. The hog was tornadoed to the king tower, and the heal spirit just jumped all the way along with it. And they're just going to tornado again, so we'll... The Dagger Duchess is really low on daggers. We don't really have anything to rush him with, but the old Expo had a different design. Like, as far as just a cosmetic design. Like, it looked different, or it actually functioned differently. Alright, I'm hoping we can snipe this magic archer before it does too much damage. Alright, we're gonna lose that tower for sure. We're just gonna have to maybe go monk late so that we don't get 3 crowned. Old tornado was OP. It was it lasted for 3 seconds, you mean? Also, we are going to ability here so that we can protect, do some damage to the Sparky. Okay, never mind. 2026, it only lasts for 1 second. So the tornado used to last for 3 seconds. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of time. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to get back to Rocket in time. I think, would Rocket have done enough? Yeah, I would have done 371. So if we had gotten back to another Rocket, we would have been able to we would have been able to take it, but we couldn't cycle back to it. How's it going, Gonfi? How have you been? I think it's been a little while since I've seen you in one of the streams. So, what's new with you? Right now, we're just jumping into some 2v2s with some random people. Um, However, I can jump into 2v2s with anyone that's here and wants to play. I'm kind of, I kind of like this. I like this Monk Three Musketeers deck. It's kind of fun to play. It has Rocket in it, which is a very interesting card. A lot of people use wizards or witches in this game mode. Monk can kind of be used to deflect any spells they try to use on the Three Musketeers, because a lot of people. A lot of people use a big spell like a rocket on the Three Musketeers, and so the monk can kind of be used to protect it. You're overwhelmed with college. That makes sense. College is overwhelming for sure. I did cut my hair. My mom cut it. I don't know, I think 2 or 3 days ago, so it feels good. It's freshly cut, doesn't feel quite as shaggy. Streams are going all right. Okay, how can we get the balloon and the witch in here? Okay, we can. That's a pretty clutch defense. I think the wizard is gonna die, but we do have the monk, so overall that is not bad. New one balance changes might buff minor movement speed. I did hear that when what is it, when the miner is moving underground, it's the quickest moving unit in the game. Like I think when the miner is tunneling, when the miner is why is that not going? When the miner's tunneling underground, it's the quickest moving troop in the game. Let's try to protect this wizard as well. We're okay. Never mind. Gonfi, if you haven't heard, what? How's she cutting? With a hair cutting? With a hair cutting equipment? Okay, we probably didn't need the Evo Snowball there, but yeah, love defense is noob. Yeah, if it's been a little while since you've been here, I think he said he got banned. He got banned, I think, for his name or something, so he had to change it. Yeah, it was Expo gay player at one time. Tell you what. I'm trying to do well at the game, but also read the chat. I thought there was something I was gonna. There was something I was gonna. There was a question I was gonna answer for you, but I forgot what it was. Tell you what. All right. Hopefully the witch is gonna move, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we still hit it, but. I think we're gonna need to rocket. Everything here. Okay. You were just going to tell me something? Yeah. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, I was. I was. I remember what I was gonna tell you. If you haven't been here for a while and you haven't heard, we're having a tournament on Saturday. You don't have to join if you're going to be busy with university. We're going to be having a tournament Saturday the 14th at noon Eastern time, and we are going to be doing a triple draft tournament. First through third place is going to be gifted a pass Royale. First and second place are also going to get Amazon gift cards as well. So if you wanted to participate in that, it's going to be Saturday the 14th at noon Eastern time. That's when we're going to be having that tournament. It's going to be triple draft. It's going to be going for a couple of hours. So, yeah, that's when we're going to be doing that. Don't ignore. I won't ignore you, noob. Let me see. Fun fact, old Zappies didn't attack air troops, but their attack speed was more and their damage was less. That's a good thing they changed it. I mean, if they couldn't attack air, wouldn't be able to attack Lava Hound, wouldn't be able to stun a balloon. So I do think the Zappies being able to attack air was a good change. How should I join? So noon Eastern time is going to be when the stream is going to be. So you can hop on the stream. We'll make a room. We'll make a room, and then that's when you can find details to, what the room code will be. I don't exactly know. It's probably just going to be code. The room code is probably just going to be squash or something like that. But and then we also. I don't know if you care about this or not, but we also have a Discord, and we have a little giveaways channel there, and that's where we're going to be connecting with the winners of the tournament, and gifting you guys, gifting you your passes or whatnot. Do I have any Irish ancestors? I don't know. I don't think so. Possibly. I mean, I know. Okay, hold on 1 second here. I think my ancestors are. I don't know. I think they are of some kind of European descent, but I don't know exactly what. Don't know whether or not they're Irish. Don't know whether or not they're Irish or not. I actually probably shouldn't have used the ability there, just so that we could damage the ghost down a little bit more. Thoughts on the mass boycott of the game by different content creators? I haven't actually heard. The only thing I heard is that I heard that Jinxie was upset because Clash Royale, they didn't credit him when he was the one that made the game really pop off. So that's the only thing I heard about that. But are they actually boycotting the game, or what's going on with that? Because I haven't heard too much about that. I only saw what Jinxie posted about how Clash Royale credited the developers adding things to the game, and that's why the game had grown in popularity. That's the only thing I heard, but okay, hopefully we can survive just on spirits here, and it looks like we do. You guess you'll stop watching? Why? Because I don't have Irish ancestors? I'm just gonna hop off? Why are you Irish and you only wanna support your Irish brethren? All right, somehow we're defending all of this. I'm gonna have to. Just hold on 1 sec. I'm going to have to lock in for a second. Dagger Duchess was broken upon release. I remember seeing that. I remember when Dagger Duchess first came out. I remember seeing a couple content creators. I pretty much just watched. I just watched Ken at the time. He was the only Um, the only Clash Royale creator that I watched, but I remember watching him play. I remember watching him play Dagger Duchess and having it just be a broken card that just did a ton of damage. And when you kited troops over to the other lane, the other Dagger Duchess would be fully charged up, and so um, yeah, I do remember the time when Dagger Duchess was a broken troop. Um, you want the old Expo new because it could attack air troops? I think that would be OP. I know people talk about, I know people talk about, what about Lava Hound though? What if you got matched up against Lava Hound and the Expo could attack air? I just think so few people play Lava Hound that you're probably not going to get matched up against it very much. So if they made Expo attack air again, I think that would be OP. Basically say that Clash isn't listening to streamers' advice at the end, and all they want to do is to keep the pay-to-win role. That makes I don't watch a whole lot of Clash. I mean, funny enough, I stream Clash Royale, but I don't really watch a whole lot of. I don't watch a ton of other creators, a lot of other Clash Royale creators, so I don't know what they're saying about the game. But I do wish there wasn't level 16. I do wish there wasn't heroes. I mean, even though I didn't play when the game first came out, even though I haven't been playing for years, I still, liked. I still liked when the game was a bit simpler. What do you say, Batman? Am I giving something up? What? Am I giving something up for Lent? What is that? Wednesday, Tuesday is Shrub Tuesday. What is this? I don't know what that even is, but alright. Void release was broken. It could full counter Lumberjack and Balloon or Royal Giant. Yeah, Void. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I uploaded this morning, but it was essentially trying to, we played a few decks with some of the worst cards in the game, with Void and Barput. Void, Barput, and Rune Giant, and I think there was a time when all of them were really good. Void and Rune Giant, and what else? There's one more. Void, Rune Giant, and Barput all used to be really good at one time, at some point during the game, but it has since been nerfed into the ground. But I do remember, I think Rune Giant, the enchantment used to last even after the Rune Giant was dead. Like, once a unit was enchanted, it was enchanted forever, even if the Rune Giant died. And also, I'm pretty sure the bonus damage did more damage. I thought it did like 300 damage instead of 220, which is what it does now. Am I a Jew? No, I don't think so. I mean, not to my knowledge. It's just, you're saying it's getting impossible to compete with a free-to-play account. Yeah, I mean, even myself, like, I've spent money on the game. I wouldn't like to, like, I would have liked to have been free. I would have liked to have been free to play, but no, Monk. Okay, does get in front. I would have liked to be free to play, but it's just I did realize that it was just so hard to progress in Clash Royale without spending money. So eventually I did. How's it going, Titan? How are you this morning? I guess it is morning and all. I guess it is morning in Australia, right? Okay, after this game, I'm gonna... For some reason, I'm getting some kind of error message on my... I'm getting some kind of error message on the computer. So I'll see what it says after this game. I think we just need a tad bit more chip damage, and then we'll just be able to rock it. Really bad Ice Spirit by me. $6 a.m. You're doing well. That's good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right as well. Okay, we just need to rock it and win. Huh? Wait, what even? Okay, was there a goblin, one goblin on the tower? Okay, well, I was doing well before this game, but hold on, I want to watch that back. Rune Giant could buff Firecracker, Hunter. Oh yeah, I remember it used to like, didn't it buff each of, like it buffed, I can't remember exactly what, but it would buff like each pellet of the hunter's gun, or there was something like that where it used to do a lot more damage, and then they nerfed it. But Firecracker 3 attacks did 3,000 damage. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I'm getting some kind of, like, there's an error message that popped up. I don't know what it's saying. It says, let me see. I mean, what are you guys seeing? Because it's, yeah, it's showing up as an error on my side. Except it's only showing the first little bit, like it's cut off. It's like warning the stream, and then there's nothing after that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if the stream is not working for whatever reason, because there's a little warning over here. I think there was a singular goblin on our tower, and that's how we ended up getting a little bit of chip, like right here. Right, we monk reflect. We get just enough damage. No, we get just enough damage to rock it. The Hog Rider dies as well, but there's a couple goblins that are left. And the Dark Prince is just a second too late. Shrub Tuesday is the day before Lent, which is the period before Easter. Okay, I've never heard of that. I guess you learn something new every day. The poison had a slow effect. That's not the old poison though, right? That's the current. I think the current poison still slows units down. I think someone said, I didn't actually know this, but someone in the stream like a week ago said that poison has a slowdown effect, and I didn't even notice it, but I guess it does. Yeah, it has a slowdown. It has a 15% slowdown rate, which I never noticed. Like, I like playing poison, but I never noticed it before, mostly because I only used it in graveyard decks, and I kind of used the poison on offense, so it was kind of hard to see their movement speed when they were just, you know, when the troops were hanging around their tower. But I didn't know that poison actually has a slowdown effect, which is interesting. I guess that explains why it's so good at being able to shut down massive pushes. Like, whenever someone uses a poison to defend, a golem push, it not only kills the furnace and the baby dragon, but it also just slows down the push as well. I mistimed the E-Spirit. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Right now it only slows movement speed, but in 2016 it could slow attack speed as well. All right, that yeah, that makes more sense. It seems like it used to be even more overpowered if it could slow attack speed and movement speed. Um, Lent is a period of fasting representing the temptation in the desert. Okay, that makes sense. Is that what religion or who observes that? Is it Jews that observe it, or is it a certain? I guess what yeah what part of because I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that until now. I have a feeling this person has like a. These kind of people seem like they would be a sneaky clone player. All Christians, really? That's weird because I'm a I'm a Christian, but we've never yeah in our church we've never observed that. So all right, let's okay. I knew they had something sneaky up their sleeve. Like it was either clone, it was goblin, it was something. I just knew they had something hidden up their sleeve. They just kind of seemed like the sleazy type. Oh, please don't reflect in time. Okay, thankfully the monk is back there. I was praying it couldn't get the reflection off before we did the Evo Snowball, because then it would reflect the Evo Snowball back on us. Oh no. This might be troublesome. Hmm. Hey, how's it going, Rima? Fun fact: Elite Barbarians, bad card, but Supercell buffed it, so everyone was using E-Barbs in 2016. Yeah, I guess isn't that why they released Mega Knight? I think in the Mega Knight video that I watched from Grotz, it mentioned that Mega Knight kind of came out as a counter to E-Barbs, because you could just drop it on them and it would have a lot of health, do a decent bit of damage. So I guess that makes sense. If everyone was using it in 2016, it makes sense that they would release a card that could help counter that. Um, the old princess didn't die to arrows, and it countered the old spammer decks. I do remember, didn't Princess have, wasn't Princess one of the most used cards, like when the game first came out? Because it was one of the first legendaries, right? It was one of the first legendaries to come out in the game, and so I think a lot of people were using it, and I guess it makes sense why they were using it, because if it countered a lot of the spawner type decks, which everyone hated playing against, then it makes sense why people would use it. Hopefully that's able to drop. Okay. 63% use rate. Yeah, that is an incredibly high use rate, because I think even very very popular cards like the log. I think the log right now, doesn't it only have like a 40% use rate or something? And so it's still a very okay. It's a very, I don't know why I went skeletons into the Goblin Demolisher, knowing that the Demolisher was just going to splash them anyway. But no. Alright, that's my bad. And you said Zap had a 98% use rate, right? Like everyone was using Zap at one point. All right, I wonder. We'll split two of them to the right side, just in case he has a big spell. He's probably only going to be tempted to use it on the one on the left. And if he does use it on the one on the right, then it won't get him the tower damage he wants. Okay. Zap 98%. Yeah, 98% use rate. That's great. That means that everyone in the game was using it pretty much. All right. Okay. Okay. Get out of here. This is just not what you want to see. Old Zap killed goblins. Okay, and it had a 1-second stun instead of 0.5. Yeah, and if it was still 2 elixir, then that means it was, I mean, it's one of the cheapest spells. Being able to kill goblins, stun for a longer period of time. It makes sense. Makes sense why everyone was using it. Just because it seems like it could kind of fit into any deck. Like if it could stun for 1 second and kill goblins, it would be a good fit in this deck. You could put it in a Three Musketeers deck. You could put it in a beatdown deck. You could put it in pretty much anything, it seems. So we're just gonna keep jumping into some battles, jumping into some 2v2 battles. If any of you guys have requests, though, if any of you guys have any decks you want me to try, if any of you guys want to play, if any of you guys want to play 2v2s or 1v1s, we can do that as well. So there's no set plan for this stream. It can kind of be, it can be whatever you guys want to see. Ice Spirit stun lasted double as well. That's crazy. Alright, I was going to use the monk ability there, but we don't even need to, just because of the vines there. And it's funny, you and Rima said the same fact at the same time about Ice Spirit stun lasting 2 seconds instead of 1. Alright, that skeleton barrel is going kind of crazy. Oh, I guess the musketeer is tanking. That explains it. I was wondering why the skeleton barrel was getting so much damage, but yeah, it's because that one musketeer was tanking for it. Clash Royale mirror, it gave 2 more levels. Alright, so there was a meta with Electro Giant and mirror. It's like it seems like every meta is annoying. Like a meta just means that there are, I don't know, we might as well reflect. I mean, not going to do a ton of damage, but I think every meta is annoying just because there's going to be a very prominent card that is incredibly strong. It's hard to beat, and so I think it seems like there's not a meta which is there's not a meta which is good, it seems. And I can imagine an Electro Giant mirror meta being pretty annoying. Nathan, you say certain dominations don't celebrate Lent, but they're mostly just indifferent to it. I've never even heard. I feel, I don't know. I've never even heard of it. It's not something that our church recognized or observed. The Valkyrie was a bad card. It did low damage. I mean, even now it's still not a super high damage dealing card. I think Valkyrie is used more so for its tankiness, but if it did even less damage than it did now, then I can see it kind of being a card not a lot of people would use. The old rage spell didn't do damage and it had more of a radius. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if they I mean, Rage is used in a lot of really toxic decks, like Sparky and E-Barbs, and so I wouldn't necessarily want them to buff Rage, but I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't complain if they reverted it that way, just because then the Rage spell is kind of um, like then the Rage is actually being used for the Rage. It's actually being used to Rage units instead of deal damage and clear out swarms. So, you know, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be upset if they changed Rage back to the way it was, where they gave it more of a radius and didn't have it deal damage, just because, you know, then it would only be used for its Rage effect. Oops, I did not mean to throw that on the ground. I could have been a little bit quicker on the bar barrel there, but old wall breakers were 3 elixir, old bomber was 3 elixir as well. And the E-Giant was 8, and it did more damage and had more health. Oh man, I can imagine that being annoying. An E-Giant mirror deck, but the E-Giant has more health and does more damage, and the mirror levels it up 2 levels. That seems kind of crazy. I don't know if we'll be able to get down to Monk in time. Because he'll probably try to fireball everything. Okay. I knew he was going to do it as well, but I don't know. I didn't want to preemptively do it just in case he didn't fireball, but like, in my heart I knew he was going to, just because the Zappies and the Three Musketeers were both there, but part of the Catholic calendar along with other periods. Okay. That makes sense. Hopefully we can kill the princess. Okay. Do we go with a reflection kind of early here? I don't know. We're not going to. We're just going to try and defend without using the ability until it crosses the bridge. We're pretty much even as far as damage goes. But we do have Rocket, so if it comes down to... I mean, he has Fireball, but I guess if it comes down to spell cycling... no! Alright, we're getting BM'd right now. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna lock in real quick. And then I'll read your messages. Come on. We need a little bit more monk chip damage. And then we should be able to... You know what? We're going to rock it now. Because we have Bard Barrel. We should be able to defend. Okay, famous last words. Famous last words. We cannot defend. Shouldn't have rocketed there. Fun fact, the Witch and Goblin Barrel gave 6 more levels. Oh, so when you first unlocked it, you would get a level 9 instead of a level 3. Is that what you're saying? Um, oh, no, okay. The Witch level 8 gave you level 14 skeletons. And Goblin Barrel level 8 gave you 14 level goblins. I'm surprised that wasn't... I'm sure that was the meta at one point. If it gave you 6 more levels than what the actual level was, then surely... Alright, Rima, you have a deck for me. And then Nathan, you have a deck that you sent in as well. I'll try out your guys' decks. Do you want me to do the decks in 2v2 mode? Like, do you want me to queue it up in 2v2 and play 2v2s with your deck? Or are you wanting these to just be normal 1v1s? Like, do you want to go into a different... Do you want to go into a different game mode and play with these deck ideas? You want the old Clash Royale noob? The old pump was 5 elixir and didn't die to lightning. It sounds like a lot of cards used to be broken. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of cards used to be... It sounds like Pump was broken. It sounds like Witch and Goblin Barrel were broken. Sounds like E-Giant was broken. Sounds like a weird time to... Alright, Nathan, you want 2v2? You want to keep going in 2v2s? Your idea is all 6 giants, knight, and log? What? This sounds horrible. Are you all 6 giants? So what is that? E-Giant, Royal Giant, Royal Giant, is Giant Skeleton there as well? Your deck is Pump Bow, Rima? Okay, Pump Bow. I have seen a couple people playing that. It's that'll be interesting. High risk, high reward. Goblin Giant, Skeleton Giant? Okay. So, Giant Skeleton. Where's Goblin Giant? There's one. There's one more, right? Which giant am I missing? I think we have. This is all of them, right? This is all the giants. Oh, Rune. I completely forgot about the Rune Giant. No, genuinely, I forgot about the Rune Giant. Don't be making a Rune Giant joke. Genuinely, I forgot that she was even there. So, don't. I already know what you guys are. I know you're cooking something up to say. So just don't. And then Knight and Log. Why Knight? I mean, why do we need Knight if we already have 6 tanks? I mean, I guess technically these tanks can't attack anything, but the Knight really isn't used for its attack anyway. Are you sure about this? Why not have Fireball or something? Why not have Fireball or something that, arrows, something that can kill, firecrackers or whatnot. Knight, big log. Okay, hold on. Pause. And then we'll build a pump bow deck as well. Well, actually, we will play we'll play pump bow in 2v2s just to see how it goes. Knight for tanking. Yeah, a knight for tanking because obviously none of these other units can tank. Let me build your pump bow deck, Rima. All right. Actually, hold on. Okay, never mind. I guess we can't do this in 2v2 because I don't have Evo Valkyrie or Evo Skellies. So we'll go in here and we'll build pump bow over here. So pump, expo, Evo Skeletons, and Valkyrie. And then what else? Hero, Musketeer. Did I pass her? Yeah, okay. And I think there's one I'm missing. Fire Spirit? Okay, so just a bunch of spirits, pump, and then bow. Alright, we'll try this pump bow deck out next. And then you want to play, you want to be on the stream? You want to be on the stream, Sparky? Alright, you can be on the stream. We can play a 2v2 after this. Alright, we're gonna jump in with this crazy deck. And I just want to preface this, if you're just joining, Sparky, this deck was submitted by Batman's Apprentice. This is not my own idea, so if it fails horribly, which it probably will, don't blame me. I did not make this deck. See, I was thinking it'd be nice to have Fireball or something, just because, like, I can't do anything about that Musketeer sitting back there. But if we have, okay, he has Fireball, but I guess we'll just kite everything over. And I don't think we should need a. Okay, hold on. I think we will need to log. I definitely should have done that earlier. I figured he would use the Hero Knight ability, so I didn't think we would need to. My teammate is probably wondering what the heck my deck is. He's probably looking at this like, what is going on? We're actually going to do this, because this will actually, yeah, this will enchant the Giant Skeleton and the Executioner, and so it should line up. Okay, yeah, it'll enchant everything that the Executioner hits. One more hit Executioner. It is going to get the enchanted damage twice, actually. Oh, that's actually crazy. I didn't even consider that it would get the enchanted damage when it hits it and then comes back. So Rune Giant might actually come in really clutch in this game. Yeah, just because of being able to enchant the Executioner. Hold on, maybe you might have cooked with this deck. We're just gonna go with an E-Giant here. Yeah, it would be wonderful to have a big spell in this deck for the Executioner or the Witch. But we do not, so we're just going to have to log instead. Come on, Giant Skeleton, save me here. Alright, we're going to go with this again, just because it'll enchant the Executioner once again. The Executioner is in front, so it's tanking, which is not great. Alright, we'll try to pull this back. Go with a Royal Giant as well. Go with all of our win conditions. I'm guessing they have a spell that they can take our tower with. Never mind. You know what? How did that work out? I wonder if this guy wants to play again. Probably not. Yeah, probably not, based on that incredibly horrible deck. But you know what? Not even a horrible deck. We ended up winning. What's a bad deck? You know what? I'm sorry I doubted you. This is actually, we actually won with this deck. However, I think it's only because our opponent, or not our opponent, I think it's only because our teammate had Fireball, he had a big spell, he had Executioner, which the Rune Giant could enchant. Noob, you want me to look at your fun fact? The old meta deck was a Hog Trifecto, Hog Rider, Valkyrie, and Musketeer, and P.E.K.K.A. Double Prince. Alright, that's not something you see a whole lot of now. I don't think, it seems like not a lot of people, I don't see a whole lot of people playing P.E.K.K.A. or Prince. I know you do, Rima. I know you like playing a bridge spam deck, but it seems like whenever I actually, you know what? No, that's not true. I do see a decent bit of P.E.K.K.A. But it doesn't seem like I see a lot of people that are using regular Prince, and hardly any that use double Prince. Naveed is here. How's it going, Naveed? Um, I guess that's true. If they use, yeah, if we're going up against Expo, we have 7 tanks for it, so it would be good to go against Expo. Sparky, you wanted to be on stream. You wanted to play 2v2s. What deck do you use normally? Because normally in 2v2s, I play this beatdown deck, and I think beatdown is typically good with other beatdown decks. So, do you want me to play this? Do you want me to switch up anything so that it can better complement your deck? Because I think you like to play Ram Rider, right? So should I also kind of play a bridge spam deck? Yeah, there are 7 tanks in that deck, so going against Expo would be a dream come true. Naveed, you woke up again for my stream. You slept and came back. Well, I'm glad you're back, regardless. But don't feel bad if you have to go get more sleep, because I know it's early there in India. So, oh, you're playing a recruits deck. You know what? In that case, I think I will play this, because I don't think recruits does too bad with this. I played sometimes with Fenrir, and he uses a recruits deck a lot of the time, and it seems like they kind of complement each other a little bit. I mean, he's using the pigs goblin cage one. Before we jump into that battle, I'll play a game against Nathan, and I'm just gonna randomly generate a deck. No, please no. What is this? Okay, I randomly generated a deck. We're gonna be playing Nathan with a randomly generated deck. So I'm ready whenever you are. I guess what we'll do is we'll play 2v2. I'll play a 2v2 with you, Sparky, and then we can play. And then I'll play with you. I'll play with you, Nathan. Johnny's not here. Yeah, Fenrir. I don't know where Fenrir is at, but his sleep schedule is also a little bit out of whack, it seems. So he kind of shows up and goes whenever he's awake. Noob, the old Goblin Barrel was 4 elixir. Old Skeleton Army was 4 elixir. There used to be 21 skeletons as well instead of 15. That's no, I haven't banned you, Noob. I haven't banned you at all. I still see your messages. I read your fact about the Skeleton Army. And the old Royal Recruits was 6 elixir. Then it was changed to 8. Then it was changed to 7. All right. All right. Well, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm playing with this randomly generated deck that it gave me. Okay. And you're playing all the giants as well? Alright, this is not going so well. Hopefully we can just snipe the rune giant. Alright, this is just a deck that matchmaking failed. Okay, that's not good. We'll try again after... We'll try again after this game to jump into a match. Nathan, you're playing the All Giants one. I can use that deck as well. I'll use the All Giants one afterwards if you want me to. I'm using this random one. Evo E-Drag is going to get infinite value. That's true just because of the tanks. Actually, as long as there's just one tank, then it's not really going to get value. But as long as there are as long as you put a knight down next to the tank, then the E-Drag will be valuable here. We're just gonna start building up a push on the other side. Oh, I didn't even realize that was, yeah, of course that's gonna enchant the Royal Giant because of the... Okay. I mean, I was thinking like, I mean, obviously it will, but I don't know. For some reason, I never thought about it enchanting a win condition. I've only thought about it enchanting, actually, I probably shouldn't have done that, because now I'm gonna... Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Navity, you have an exam in 4 to 5 hours. Why did I have to come up in my feed? Don't watch me. If you, I do not want to. I do not want to be the reason you fail your exam. I would feel horrible if you didn't get sleep because you were watching my stream. So honestly, man, get some sleep. Get some sleep. I don't want you to be here if you have exams coming up. Yeah, Nav is from India as well. Noob, the old Expo had more range, could attack air, and it was paired with Inferno Tower. I do remember seeing that in the... I did watch the Expo video from Grotz, so I remember seeing that the Expo had a 13 tile range, so you could put it like a couple tiles behind the bridge and protect it with a building in front. Let me try here. Let me copy the all giants deck so that I can play that deck with you. All right, Nathan, if you wanna do a 1v1, I'll be using the all giants deck as well. If it's your fault, remember. Okay, if you fail, it's my fault. Okay. All right. Well, Naveed also has exams. What are you guys doing here? You don't be watching my videos if you guys have exams. Like, I don't want to keep you guys up. Like, obviously I love having you guys here, but I mean, sleep and succeeding in school is much more important. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll try to jump into a 2v2 with Sparky here. Alright, we're going to be using the Golem deck. I think you're online. Okay. Perfect. Let's see if we can jump into some 2v2s with Sparky. Parents are going to spank you regardless. They're not going to care. Alright. I'm more important. I mean, I appreciate that, noob, but no, I'm not. I'm like... no, it's like, it's much more important to do well in school. It's a Sanskrit exam. Doesn't matter if you fail. You know what? I can be the fall guy, though. I can be the fall guy for you guys. You can just use that. You can use that as an excuse if your parents ask why you failed. Okay, Sparky, you want to send it? All right. You can use that as an excuse if your parents ask you why you failed. You can say that. You can say that I held you here at gunpoint. You can say that I was pointing a gun and that I made you watch the stream, and you guys had to. Nathan, you invited me to a 2v2. Yes, I'll play 2v2 with you as soon as. Here, how about this, Sparky? Let's do friendly battle. Let's do 1v1, and then I'll just... Wait, hold on. Can you send a friend request to somebody? Actually, I guess you can't. What's your Supercell ID, Sparky? I can add you as a friend, and then we should be able to do it then. So I'll add you first, and then we should be able to add you that way. So and then I can just send it as a friend instead of sending it in the clan, and hopefully that should work then. Also, I don't know if you guys were not here. For anyone who is okay, not new, but for anyone who hasn't been in the stream yesterday or anything like that, if you haven't been in the stream or watched videos recently and you haven't heard, we are going to be having a tournament this Saturday. The reactions say the time. I'm going to try to record it this afternoon. I'm going to try to end the stream slightly earlier so that I can record a couple videos for you. But anyway, what I was saying is if you're, if you haven't been in the stream the last couple days, we will be having a tournament on Saturday. Saturday the 14th, so 2 days from now. The stream will be starting at noon Eastern time. So I think that's 12:30 a.m. Wait, no, that's not right. If it's 12 and a half hours ahead, that would be... trying to think what that would be. That would be 10. That would be 10:30 p.m., I think. I think it would be 10:30 p.m. in India. You put the ID in the chat? Okay, I must have missed it. Let me... For some reason, I don't... Okay, let me scroll up. Maybe I missed it. I don't see your ID. I don't see your ID, Sparky. I'm more important than showering. Okay, no, you gotta shower. 10:30. That's the best time. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is 10:30 because like I'm gonna be in Oregon, which is an hour behind where we're at now. So instead of being 12 and a half hours ahead, it'll be 13 and a half hours ahead. So if it's 9 a.m., that'll be 10:30 p.m. Oh, clan chat. Okay, that makes sense. This is your. Can I add you by your player tag? I don't know that I can. I don't think you can put in a clan tag as a player ID. Your Supercell ID is in. Okay, Supercell ID is in when you hit Supercell ID on here. You see under your little profile. You can also just send me a request. Mine is novel Josh Squash. Noob, don't ban anyone. Don't ban anyone. Nobody needs to be banned. But essentially, Sparky, if you haven't heard, and anyone else here, noon Eastern time, triple draft tournament, and first through third place is going to be gifted a pass Royale, and then first and second place will also get $40 and then $20 Amazon gift cards. So, okay, it looks like it's working. Okay, all right. It looks like matchmaking is finally working. So, let's see. Looks like we're able to join. When you lose, you're angry. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's never fun to lose a game. It's never fun to lose a game, noob. Yes, $40, 40 US dollars. I don't know what that is in Russian currency, but essentially first place will get Pass Royale plus a $40 US dollar Amazon gift card. Second place will also get a Pass Royale, and they will. Oh, hold on. Second place will also get a Pass Royale, and they'll get a $20 Amazon gift card, and then third place will get a Pass Royale. So that is what we're going to be giving away in the tournament. $40 is how much in Russia? I don't know. I guess we can find out. Let me look up real quick. Let's see. Russian currency. I'm going to try to do this. USD to Russian dollar. So Russia. Okay, so in Russia they use the ruble, Russian ruble. So 40 US dollar is 3,089. 3,089 Russian ruble is 40 US dollar, and then second place is 20 US dollar, which is 1,544 Russian ruble. So that's the conversion rate. So yeah, if you finish on the podium, you finish in first, second, or third, you will get a pass royale plus some Amazon credits. So will I let Nav be your twin because you have the same name? You guys have the same name? Oh, I guess both of your names are Naveed. Man, this firecracker is annoying. Let me try to. Let's try to focus here. It's going to be kind of hard to find a time. We're going to have to defend. Okay, we're going to go in the same lane. He's probably going to rush us with a hog. So we're going to be ready for it. Hold on, we're getting somewhere here. All right. It looks like we are going to win. And we're going to BM our opponents because they were BMing a little bit earlier. All right. You want to play again, Sparky? All right, we can play again. Am I going to participate? I am going to participate. Obviously, I'm not going to gift myself a pass royale if I finish on the podium. So, like, let's say I finish third place. It'll be first, second, and fourth who will get the prizes. It'll be just excluding me, essentially. So I'll participate. I'll play in the tournament, but I'm not gonna, if I win, I'm not gonna gift myself something. So it's just gonna be top 3 players, excluding me if I get on the podium. So that's how that's gonna work. Okay, I actually wish I was playing my other deck, because my other deck, the other deck that oh no, that wall breaker. The other deck that I was using is it's a monk 3 musketeers deck, and it has monk, 3 musketeers, and it has rocket, which would be incredibly helpful. You want to arrow that? Okay, never mind. It has monk, 3 musketeers, and rocket. So rocket would be incredibly helpful because he has pretty much. It seems like he has pretty much all the rocketable cards. He has Executioner, Witch, Sparky. So it's kind of a bummer that we're not using the rocket deck that we sometimes play. Rima, if you participate, you might be too good. We might have to say you can only participate in oh no, you can only participate in a couple games. You can only play a couple games because you are very good. So, dude, rocket would be I don't know why. You know what? I might switch up decks afterwards. Sparky, I might switch up decks afterwards. I might use the rocket deck because it has rocket, it has monk, it has 3 musketeers, and I'm realizing that a lot of people play 2v2s with rocketable cards. So, all right, this guy's laughing. Hopefully we can get there. Golem does get to the tower. Should we vines this? No, we're not going to. We're gonna hold off for now. Do we have spells? Do we have spells that can do enough damage? Okay, yeah, he has fireball. All right, we'll start the BM. Well, we'll start the BM. Do I remember you from yesterday? Yeah, of course I remember you, Rattery. I remember playing you. Let me find you on here. You are there are a lot of friends on here, but you're Milkman, right? I remember playing you a couple games yesterday. This was actually your plan. Yeah, honestly, you might just Rima, I can see you signing in. I can see you signing into your alternate accounts and finishing first, second, and third, and just claiming all the rewards. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to queue in with this Monk Three Musketeers deck. You want me to watch your fact? Fun fact: Clash Royale, the Goblin Machine did 800 damage with the rocket. I remember that. I remember seeing when the Goblin Machine first came out, and yeah, I remember seeing it do more damage than an actual rocket. Like, you know, an actual rocket does. I mean, this is level 11, so it's 371, but I think a level 15 rocket does like 570 damage or 590 or something like that. And so the fact that it did a couple hundred more damage than a level 15 rocket, and it was a 5 elixir card, and it could also attack as well. It didn't just shoot rockets, it also punched things as well. I remember the Goblin Machine used to be the most broken card in the game at one point, and people would just be playing Goblin Machine, Mirror, just playing as many Goblin Machines as they could. Only one hero in a deck? I think it depends on what mode you're playing. I think if you're playing Trophy Road or Ranked mode, if you're playing Trophy Road or Ranked, I'm pretty sure you have 2 heroes. But with Classic 1v1 or with the 2v2 mode, I'm pretty sure you're only allowed 1 hero slot. So yeah, it is a bit unfortunate, but speaking of unfortunate, they have speaking of unfortunate, we hold on. Naveed, you deleted Rattery's message? Well, I don't think there was anything wrong with his message. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. Justice for Rattery. Yeah, okay, please don't use the ability. Okay. I was just praying he didn't use the ability in time. What the... Okay, I meant to place the E-Spirit much sooner. Maybe this wasn't... Okay. Yeah, this is going to be tough. We actually will use the ability... Okay. Use the ability too late there. All they need is a tiny bit more chip damage, and I think they just got it. They just need a lightning at this point, or not even lightning. I don't know what you did, Rattery. I guess you asked what was wrong with your username. Some bug. Honestly, I don't know how the chat filtering help. I don't know how it works. Um, you know what? Let's not start an argument. Let's not start out an argument in the chat. Maybe it was just something that the chat automatically filtered out. I don't really know how that works. So it could just be something that it does automatically for some reason. And finally, we're playing against a rocketable card in the E-Drag. So, okay, and we're up against Mega Knight as well. Is that gonna go over to the King Tower? No, it's not. Okay. All right. Well, bad start. Tell them you didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't think you did anything. Um, I mean, I think all you did. I think I saw your message. It just said, it just asked what was wrong with your username. But yeah, you know what? We'll forget about it. We'll put it in the past. We won't worry about that. Okay, the Wi-Fi bar just popped up for a second, so hopefully we don't have Wi-Fi issues starting now. That would not be good. Alright, hopefully the E-Dragon targets... Okay. He probably has a spell, honestly. He probably has a spell where he can take our tower. Alright, that was pretty good defense. We're still in a losing position, but we'll go like this. Okay, he does have poison, so it's good to know. We have 30 seconds. We have 30 seconds to take a tower, and if we don't, then we are utterly done for. I think that's going to be... Okay, yeah, that'll be in rocket range. Never mind. Throw every spell we have at their tower. Alright, we didn't get there. We didn't get there. What is this? What is this uprising going on? Justice for Rattery. Justice for Rattery. Boycott Naveed. What did Naveed do? I mean, it said Naveed removed the message, but maybe it was just a bug. I don't know. You know what? We'll forget about that. Noob, don't ban anyone. Let's just... You're saying Nav needs a ban? Okay, you know what? Let's ban nobody. Right? Don't ban anyone. Just take a breather. I'm kind of worried that if we go Three Musketeers, he's gonna poison or something, and he's gonna be able to poison the recruits as well. Just because a lot of bomber decks, it seems like a lot of bomber decks have poison, just because a lot of those decks use drill or something like that, and a lot of drill decks use poison. So. Alright, well this is not a good spot to be in. Not a good spot to be in at all, actually. Maybe this was not the play. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have switched to this Three Musketeers deck. Maybe it would have been best if I had just stuck with Golem Beatdown. Alright, hopefully we have enough for... think we're going to have enough for a monk. Come on. Alright. We're not getting much damage. And by that I mean we're not getting any damage at all. Hopefully... Okay, the monk is not going to get in front. I was hoping maybe it could. So that it could tank for the recruits. But now, I think now it is. Now it's tanking for the tower. You think we should switch for the Golem deck? Yeah, I guess it was working out better. I mean, all right, we'll switch back to Golem. We'll switch back to Golem beatdown and see if. Yeah. Noob, don't ban anyone. Don't ban Nav or Naveed. Alright, you know I have your back, support you. I'm supporting everyone. I'm supporting Nav, I'm supporting Naveed, just... Alright. Nav wants to give me back shots? When did he say that? Okay, I'm guessing that's the message retracted. Alright, well... Let's switch back to the Golem. Let's switch back to the Golem deck. See if we have any more luck with this. Let's not ban anybody. Let's just keep the banning to a maximum of 0. All right. They're gonna void the back. I don't know if they're just trolling or giving up or what's happening, but I think we'll Vines that just because it's, you know, it's just by the tower. And of course, as soon as we take Rocket out, we're up against an Evo Executioner. Ban Royal Giant. Are you talking about from the game? Banning Royal Giant in the game or what? Ban me. Ban Josh. Oh, okay. Alright, don't know how I'd be able to stream for you guys if I'm banned from my own channel, but surprisingly Noob is supporting you. Okay, hold on. We gotta focus here. We gotta win these next couple of games, because we've been on a little bit of a losing spell. Can we kill the hunter? Okay. All right. This is not going great. Noob, don't ban anybody. Don't ban anybody. Everyone can stay. Everyone is just kind of messing around, it seems. And if there was any miscommunication in the chat, I'm sure it was just communication. So, all right, we will go with this in the back. We're gonna go on the opposite side of the Cannoneer, just because we Just because we don't want to go Golem into a Cannoneer. I think he does have Inferno. He has Inferno Tower as well, and I don't think we're going to be able to get back to Vines in time. but maybe if we keep spamming. All right, I think we've got there. Maybe. We just need to cycle back to any spell, and we have. All right, we finally won a game. Hashtag ban noob. Dog, don't ban anybody. Why are we? Josh is in a good mood. Good mood today. I don't know. I'm in a fine mood. I'm tired though, and there's gonna be a long drive this evening, because yeah, that synchronized a lot better. I will say that did seem like a better fit than the Three Musketeers deck. Yeah, maybe Golem is the way to go. Maybe Golem and Recruits is. We're up against Evo Executioner again. That's not great. You typically don't want to see Evo Executioner when you're playing Golem or Recruits. So this might be a little bit of a struggle to get through. Let's see. Last one. All right, I think we're gonna end the stream on this. We're gonna have to end the stream. We're gonna have to end the stream soon because I need to go get ready. If you haven't heard, there's not gonna be a stream tomorrow because I'm gonna be driving tomorrow. I'm gonna be. You know what? We're gonna vines that as well, just to kill the furnace. That's not good though. It's not good at all. Alright, we actually do defend. You'll miss me. I will miss you too, Nav. Don't do that to me. I have to. They need... My brother and his girlfriend, they need help driving to Oregon. Otherwise, he would be driving the entire 20 hours there. And I did that when I drove down to Arizona, because when I moved from Oregon to Oregon to Arizona, I drove the whole way by myself, and it was incredibly grueling. It was horrible. You do not want to drive 20 hours straight by yourself. So I'm going with him because otherwise he would be driving the whole 20 hours alone, and I just don't want to do that. So. You're going to miss me. I'm going to miss you guys as well. I'm going to miss you guys as well. We will be back, though, on Saturday. We will be back on Saturday. Right? Saturday is the stream. Saturday is the tournament. So we're gonna be back then. Okay, hopefully we can hold on to that tower. And we should just barely... take his, so, and we do. All right, we're gonna end the stream there. We're gonna end the stream on a win. That was a good game, Sparky. You're gonna go marry Expo Noob. Yep, Saturday is the tournament day. Don't forget, noon Eastern time. That's when the stream is gonna be started. I'll create a room that way you guys can see where to join. And we'll be doing a triple draft tournament. It'll probably be going for 2 hours, I would guess. I would think 2 hours is probably a good amount of time to get some good wins in. You hope you can come in at least one of the 3 positions. I hope so too. I hope so too. Good night. All right. Good night, Sparky. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I think we both played well those past couple games. I think our decks had some synergy together, so well played. We are going to end the stream there. Noob, I think I'm going to go record your reaction video now. So I'm going to go do that. I'm also going to kind of pack and get ready for the trip this evening. I'm going to have to pack all the streaming equipment because obviously I'm taking it up to Oregon to be able to stream there. But we're going to end the stream there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's a little bit of a shorter one today. I wish I could stream for longer, but it's going to be a busy afternoon, a busy evening. But I hope to see you guys on Saturday. I hope to see you guys on Saturday. Give you permission to sleep. All right, Naveed, you have permission to sleep. Put the details of the tournament. Yes. All right, I'll put the details of the tournament in the clan chat as well. Thank you, Rima. Thank you, Rima. Thank you, Naveed. Thank you to Noob and everyone else. Thank you to everyone else who joined. Give you request to your Instagram. You want me to send you a friend request? All right, Noob, if you want to know, I guess I'll put the details in here. February 14th. Noon Eastern Time. How do I spell it? Okay. All right, I just put in the chat. Those are the details of the tournament. February 14th, noon Eastern Time, and that is going to be the Triple Draft tournament. You do not have to join, but it would be awesome to see you there. Instagram. I mean, I do have an Instagram. I hardly use it, but if you want my Instagram, if you want to send me a request, my handle is, I think it's Josh Squash with 2 H's. So Naveed, if you want to send me an Instagram friend request, that is the handle. It's just Josh Squash, 2 H's. Yeah, I didn't even realize until after I announced it that it was going to be Valentine's Day, but it is. So, all right, your Instagram is navlifts. Alrighty, sounds good. Either you can send me a request or I can send you one. The reaction video new, I'm not sure when that'll be. It might be, I'll try and record it today, and then I might have it either this evening or tomorrow. And what I'll do is I'll post a reply to one of your YouTube comments with the video because it'll be unlisted. I'm not gonna actually put it. No, I am Josh Squash on everything just because. I mean, it's not a personal account, so I don't know. It's just Josh Squash on Instagram as well. Even though I don't post on there, so there's nothing super exciting. But Noob, I'll post a reply to one of your comments with the link to the unlisted video, and you and anyone else who wants to see it can if they want. They can see the reaction, but I'm mostly recording it for you. So, how's it going, Michael? If you just joined, we're just about to sign off. It's going to be a bit of a shorter stream because I have to go and get ready. We're going to be driving this evening all through the night to get up to Oregon. So I have to get ready. I have to pack a couple things, get all the streaming equipment together. But you know what? I will play one battle. I will play one 2v2 with you because you're here. But after this, I have to go get ready. Probably going to record a couple of videos as well, just because I'm not going to be able to record tomorrow. So I'll probably have to pre-record tomorrow's video. Just the company name. I don't know. It sounds weird saying company, but I guess. I don't know. The thing is, I think I just made an Instagram. I don't even know why I made it, honestly. I don't know why I made an Instagram. But I put Josh Squash because that's, that was my name on YouTube. I figured it would be fitting if it was my name on Instagram as well, just to kind of I don't really know. Just to make sense for anyone looking, they'd be able to easily tie the two together. Um, tomorrow with Hero Mega Minion. Are they coming out with the Hero Mega Minion tomorrow? Is that when it's being put in the game? Old Goblin Barrel. Also, I'm like, okay, hold on. I need to pay attention here because I'm lagging just slightly, and we're gonna lose this game if we don't lock in. The old Goblin Barrel had deploy damage. All right, it had the same as the drill, so it would do 26 damage when it landed on the tower. All right, that's interesting. I did not know that. I was not aware that the old Goblin Barrel had deploy damage. Once you have a bad name, you have to commit to it. Is it really that bad of a name? I feel like Josh Squash is kind of funny. I thought it was kind of a, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna end the stream as long as we can win this game. And we have both of our Evos, so I think we're gonna go with a Golem in the back. He does have Balloon, but we have the Evo Baby Dragon. He has Freeze as well. Okay. We should hold on to that tower, just barely. And hopefully we can take his. Hopefully. Okay, this is actually kind of coming down to the wire a little bit. I need to save the minions for... I need to save the minions for the balloon, I think. Actually, no, I can't because... Okay. I was going to say the Evo Furnace is there. No! Alright, you want to play one more? Alright, we'll play one more. You're gonna have to go, Naveed. Alright, thanks for joining in. I'll see you on Saturday for the tournament if you're gonna be here for that. The old Evolution Firecracker didn't die to arrows. Dang, that thankfully they nerfed that because the Evolution Firecracker is already annoying as it is, and if it didn't die to arrows, then that would be even more annoying to deal with. So we're gonna try to win. We're gonna try to win one game with Michael before we log off. Then I'm gonna have to be gone. I'm gonna have to go get ready. Old Evolution Archer didn't die to arrows either. Dang, that's yeah, I did not know that. I think we're just gonna have to tank the Dart Goblin. All right, well that's the best we can do there. E-barbs are going to be a little bit of a pain. To get through with the Golem, just because it's such a high damage dealing card that it's kind of like a mini P.E.K.K.A. or a regular P.E.K.K.A. It's just great at it's just great at dealing sheer damage to the Golem, and so we might have a bit of trouble getting through E-barbs with Golem, but we will do our best. He has Goblin Curse as well, but it's not really gonna... Alright, we'll just go for a Golem. We'll go for it now. Okay, we'll let all that go. We are gonna have to tank a bit of damage. I think we can even tank... What the... No! Are you serious? Okay, we nearly lost our tower there to... We nearly lost our tower to Evo Skeletons there. Please tell me you have arrows or something, Michael. Come on, finish the job. Alright, it looks like we do. Please don't have a big spell. Alright, they don't have a big spell. Alright, we're going to end the stream there. We're going to end the stream on a win. Fun fact, Dark Goblin Evolution. Michael, I wish I could play again, but I have to go. I have to go get ready. When attacked... when the Dark Goblin Evolution one attack, when it didn't die to poison. I do remember when the Dark Goblin Evolution was a lot stronger than it is now, because I think there was a time when, I think right now, the poison only lasts for like a second after it dies. Yeah, it only lasts for a second, but I remember it used to last for a really long time, and if you didn't have a spell to kill it, it would literally annihilate your entire push. From now on, you're going to keep track of my good wins. All right, I mean, I'll leave that up to you to decide what wins are good and what wins are not. But we're going to call it there. I'm going to go get ready. I have some things to do. I think I'm going to try to pre-record a couple videos as well. I'll try and record that reaction for you, noob, as well. So we're going to end the stream there, but hopefully I can see you guys on Saturday for the stream. And again, thank you. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Noob. Thank you, Rima. Thanks to anyone else in the chat who has joined. And we will be back on Saturday with the Triple Draft Tournament. So hope to see you all there.